no matter what language you are speaking. If you aren't fluent, then you are losing your listeners, your speech is broken, you're also losing your confidence, and none of these are good things. If you're hoping to improve your English fluency, to communicate better with foreigners, to pass a test, or perhaps you're a native speaker who's looking to do some more public speaking and presentations. You want to be flowing in your speech and having the time to get in as many important points as possible. If you are looking to take your English fluency up to higher peaks, stick around. Welcome, guys. My name is Kevin. I'm an English teacher and a writer. Today, our focus is to become more fluent. It doesn't matter what language you're learning. If you're not fluent and your speech is broken, you're losing your listeners and your confidence. Maybe your face turns red, you feel embarrassed and shy. And we want to get over these obstacles in a simple way. Today, we're going to talk about cohesion and coherence and apply these two factors of fluency to a couple simple IELTS Part 1 speaking questions. Another thing I'm going to give you is an attitude, because if you don't know, attitude in life is everything. I want to give you a way of looking at things that you can use to approach any topic, because a lot of students will come to me and say, I'm not fluent because I don't know what to talk about. Here's what you can do. If ever you're not sure what to talk about, you want to look at it like this. Always, 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 always think about likes, dislikes, advantages, disadvantages. You can even add your personal feelings. It's great to talk. You can do that for any topic whatsoever. Today, we're just going to deal with likes and dislikes, advantages or disadvantages with two IELTS Speaking Part 1 questions to help us keep our speech moving and be more fluent. This means that we will be using likes, dislikes, advantages, and disadvantages to help organize our answer and make points that are clear and logical, thus coherent. The second thing we're going to do is to put in a few simple linking words so that we have coherence. The second thing we're going to do, we're going to put in some simple linking words so that we have cohesion or connectedness. Okay, I find that most of my students, just like myself, learn best by using clear examples. So let's just dive right in. Our sample question 1 is, did you have a happy childhood? Remember, right away, if you don't know what to say, just think about likes, dislikes. So something that you liked or disliked about your childhood. I have tons of really fond memories from my youth, and I think the reason, or a couple of reasons, that I was so contented are growing up with a huge backyard and supportive parents that kept us busy. There are many occasions where I would take all my toys out into the garden and just get lost. It became an imaginary world for me that would only be kind of broken when my mom called us in for mealtime. On top of that, my parents always kept my sisters and I really busy by taking part in a lot of activities such as Boy Scouts or Brownies, or and being members of the local YMCA. I think this is really fulfilling for children because keeps them physically and mentally active and helps them gain some great skills. One thing to keep in mind before we move on to the next sample question is that the length of your answers basically works like this. Short answers are 15 to 30 seconds long, and longer answers are 1 to 2 minutes. And this is just a general rule of thumb, and it kind of fits into the IELTS language testing system. And I think that applies to a lot of cases. Sample question 2. Which do you think is better for a child, city or country life? For this one, we're going to look at advantages and disadvantages. In my mind, it's ideal for any child to grow up in the countryside because there's a laid back lifestyle, small community where people can build close relationships, and a cleaner environment with fresh air that helps kids be close to nature. I think that city life has more benefits overall because people need to live and work there for a higher quality life. This means that there's higher paying jobs, better and higher paying jobs, as well as more educational and healthcare facilities, which help, which are essential actually for people to get ahead in the modern world. Take about 10 or 15 minutes a day. Give yourself topics, simple topics, shopping, food, um, outdoor activities, sports, hobbies, friends, family, whatever. And just practice thinking about some likes or dislikes, some advantages and disadvantages. Use those connected words because they will help you to have that cohesion, that connectedness in your speech. By doing so, everything is just flowing and moving along nicely, and you will be finding that you're more fluent, you're speaking quicker, therefore, you're able to get in more points. Generally, this is how it works if you're taking an IELTS or TOEFL test. From my experience, I find that as long as my students are on topic, on topic, keep focused, then the more fluent they are, the more points they're making. So maybe making more points or examples, or perhaps even just including more details. And as they're doing so, their score is just getting higher, basically. A couple things to keep in mind that I've always said: if you haven't checked out my study tips video, go back and do so. I've got 5 of what I think are the best tips for, like, not just for preparing for tests, but just being a good student overall. And one of them is definitely to paraphrase all the questions in the every question in the first sentence of your answer. So make sure you're doing that. Um, we want to keep everything clear, simple, and fluent. I hope this has been beneficial to you. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, don't be shy about leaving some comments and shouting things out. There are no problems in life, only solutions. So I'd love to hear from you for sure. Beautiful. As I mentioned, just keep practicing regularly, and by doing so, you will speak English more naturally.